everyone, Morgan here. So with the way that things are going right now, with businesses closing, people being laid off, the market crashing essentially and making gold and silver really valuable, but at the same, or rather really easy to get, but at the same time really hard to get because the spot prices are so low that the dealers who actually bought the gold and silver at a higher price, right, can't make any profits, so they're not selling it at all. In fact, I've been literally turned away because from buying gold, silver, any precious metals right now because the spot price is so low. So dealers have literally said, I can't make a profit, so I'm not going to sell it at all. Instead of just getting it off their hands, they'd rather just keep it for themselves, right? So, even online, everything is either extremely out of stock, or when it's coming back in stock, it's at higher prices. Definitely you can't buy things at spot or even around spot right now. There's a whole bunch of things going on right now because of this pandemic, such as people losing their jobs, businesses closing. A lot of things are happening right now. There's price gouging. People are just unable to make an income. People are getting stripped from their homes, from their apartments. They're not able to make their mortgage or their rent or pay their bills and all these things. So I think that we're honestly going to see unfortunately, a larger number of homeless. We're going to see our unemployment rate skyrocket after this, because it is going to take a while for our economy to bounce back. And if you have not already prepared for this, it's time to start putting a few things into place now. While not everyone is suffering, there are a lot of people who are suffering. And like we had a lot of, my husband actually had a lot of contracting opportunities that completely went out the window because they were at conventions and things like that, and those conventions got shut down. And so it's a whole ripple effect. One thing shuts down, and so creates a strain for everybody else who was expecting income from that convention or expecting something from that opportunity, right? Exposure, whatever it was, right? So there's a whole spiral effect happening here in our economy. And so what we need to be doing is thinking ahead. How are we going to get through this? The people who don't have the extra finances to hold you over for a few months to pay your bills and all this, how are you getting by? Are you basically trying to sell stuff on eBay at this point? Are you trying to think of a side hustle? Are you, delivering groceries because that's really hot right now? How are you thinking of ways to earn money in this time of crisis? So what are people really in need of? And I'm not talking about price gouging toilet paper or hand sanitizer, okay? Because first of all, price gouging is illegal. It's illegal. It's certainly in a crisis situation, as well it should be. Price gouging, I understand this is a free market, but we're also talking about, basic supplies for humanity here. People were buying, 5,000 rolls of toilet paper and then reselling it in the parking lot for triple the amount. It's just being a terrible person, okay? So in saying all of that, people are taking advantage of other people in a variety of different ways. So, we also need to look at opportunities that are not taking advantage of other people, but it's working with other people to make our economy, thrive quicker, to rebound quicker. Okay. So, people are still ordering food. And so there's places like, DoorDash and things like that are delivering food, dropping it on the door instead of actually handing, they're doing the whole social distancing thing. So there are still plenty of opportunities out there, but we have to think outside of the box a little bit about how we can help people. Right now, I'm actually offering all my online courses for free because I really want you guys to be prepared. So I want you guys to go down to my website, Preparedness.com, and sign up for my free online courses. They're going to be free for at least the next 2 or 3 months, just to get people in and get people, starting to think about being prepared, so that they're not panic buying anymore and they're not panicking about panicking about panicking, right? So I do have this deck. I want to ask a few questions to you guys, and I'm going to put them down below in the comment section. I have this conflicted card game, this financial collapse. I actually bought this months and months ago, and I'm really glad I did, because it offers a lot of really great advice and questions and things like that to kind of get you thinking. So first of all, this one says, they said that someone's crisis is someone else's opportunity. With that in mind, could you actually get ahead if the economy of your country were to collapse with all that you have now? How? So basically, in this time of crisis, like I was just saying, in this time of crisis, what opportunities can you find to better your situation? Can you downsize? Can you get rid of stuff? Can you be a little more minimalist? Are you learning to reuse stuff? How are you using this as a time of opportunity? Okay, not just for yourself, but for the whole of humanity, for your neighbors, your relatives, whoever, right? And the next one is going to be, so the economy crashed and your family lost their income, which is actually happening right now to a lot of people. Jobs are hard to come by. What other options are available to you with the skills you currently have? Okay, so this is also something I was just talking about. What skills do you currently possess that would be in high demand, right? What are people still willing to pay for even in this time of crisis? Okay, so you really have to really write down all of your skills right now. Just write down every single one of them. Really seriously look at your skills and say, how can I use this to help others and to also make a living for myself, because we still need that currency and we still need that income, while not taking advantage of other people, but we're still needing that income, right? So you may have to be your own entrepreneur, right? So really take a hard look at your skills, a hard look at the items and things you have around you that maybe you could get rid of, or maybe you could utilize in this time of crisis and beyond, right? It's not just right now, but what type of skills are people still going to want and need even after this is kind of back to normal, whatever normal is going to look like, right? All right, the next one is going to be economic collapses happen, but so far in time, countries have recovered. We've had an economic collapse, actually several times here in the United States, but we have recovered. The most recent collapse, recession, the most recent recession was in 2008. We recovered from that. We've been pretty prosperous until this pandemic, which has been creating quite a strain. So, given your current preparations, how long could you weather a severe economic collapse and maintain your lifestyle? Now, this is a little bit, I think, late, but what do you have right now that you can help maintain your lifestyle? As in, how can you maintain eating? How can you maintain, entertainment? How can you maintain electricity? How can you maintain these things in this time of economic crisis, right? How can you maintain education for your children? How can you maintain these things? And just overall maintaining your lifestyle. Now, our lives are changing dramatically because of this. And so we are going to have to think outside the box and make changes accordingly, because life is not going to be the same for a while. Life is going to be extremely different, probably for the next year or two or more, depending on how quickly we can bounce back from this, right? And if there's a second wave and all that, okay? So we really have to think outside of the box of how can we not only maintain our lifestyle, but make our life better for ourselves, our family, our relatives, our neighbors. How can we make our life better for everyone as a whole? Because when we make our lives better, not just for ourselves, but we're making lives better for everyone else, our economy bounces back quicker, everything bounces back a lot quicker, and life can return back to normal. But you're gonna be wiser and older and learn a lot more from this, right? So civilizations around the world, this is the last question. Civilizations around the world have used gold, silver, salt, shells, cows, and other goods as money. How is that different than the paper money we use today? So trading and bartering. I think that trading and bartering, I've talked about this plenty of times. I have videos on this. I think trading and bartering is a great way for our society to continue to move forward. You know, if you have something to trade with someone, let's say you have a toilet paper, right? I saw this on the Urban Prepper. He said that his friend needed toilet paper, and so they bartered, you know, wine, or I think that's what it was. He gave them toilet paper in exchange for wine or something like that. I think it was a friend. It wasn't him. It wasn't him that did the exchange, but that was a barter exchange. And I think that that can definitely be done in these times. So what type of skills or goods do you have right now that could be bartered for things that you might need? You know, so that's definitely consideration as well. I'm going to put all of these questions so that you can answer them yourselves, like I said, down below in the comment section and in the description. But I really want you guys to think about our current status of things and try to think outside of the box and try to be creative with how you're either going to maintain your lifestyle or how you're going to completely change it to better your situation, whether that's downsizing and minimizing, you know, whatever that is, right? Look at the opportunities available to us now and get involved in those opportunities, okay? Because I honestly do think that this financial situation, this financial crisis is going to last a while. I think that, you know, if once the coronavirus is done and gone, right? Done and gone, we may have a second wave or even a third wave. But once even that's done, okay, and we get back to that normal, our normal is going to look a lot different. It's going to look extremely different. And we're going to have to really get creative and find ways to financially support ourselves in order to support the economy, in order for the economy to bounce back. So anyway, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Put them down below in the comment section. Thank you all so much for watching. I know it's a little bit longer than I normally do, but I hope that you watched it. And I hope that you're able to write down those skills and look at opportunities available to you now and what the opportunities that could be available after these next few months. Thank you all so much for watching. Conquer Tomorrow by Preparing Today. Talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye.